they fixed for us to go along and see the head of Light Entertainment, Michael Mills, and we walked in and said, "Hello, Mr. Mills," and he said, "Well, I gather you guys want to do a comedy series," and we said, "Yeah, we'd love to work together," and he said, "Well, what do you propose to do?" And there was this silence, and we looked at each other and said, "Well, we're going to do a comedy show with sketches and jokes and funny things." And he said, "Well, are you going to have guest stars?" And we said, are we going to have guest stars? He said, "What about music?" We said, we might have, right? He said, "Film?" We said, "Yes, film, that's a good idea." It was so embarrassing. And I thought we were supposed to make a proper presentation, only we never quite got round to it being Python. And then he looked at us and he smiled and he said, "Oh, go away and make 13 programs."
And that was it.
That was it. He had no idea what we were going to do, and we had no idea. And he gave us 13 programs, and we came up with something that most people agree is fairly original. And I think that says a lot about creativity and a lot about the fact now that BBC executives, maybe ITV ones, I don't know, but this is what I hear from the young comics. They try to control everything, despite the fact that they, in fact, have no experience at all doing comedy, writing it, directing it, or performing it. They try to control everything, and of course they don't know what they're doing, but they're imposing their views on people who have talent. And if I was in charge of the BBC, I would just get people in if I thought they were funny. I'd immediately get hold of Eddie Izzard or Ricky Gervais, and say to them, "Who do you want to work with?" And I'd say, "No, go away for a weekend and come up with an idea, will you?" And I bet that way you get a lot of spontaneous. And instead of this kind of manic, micromanagement by people who've never made people laugh themselves.